Hey, it's Matt from Landsiedel Fitness. Today I am going to be teaching you my favorite glute max strengthening and mobilizing exercises. So the two primary actions of the glute is going to be hip extension, so bringing the hips back, and external rotation at the hip. So externally rotating your femur. Primary would be glute max. So mobility in the glutes is pretty important as well. We want to make sure that we're able to get length in the muscles. So when we're going into the movements like the squat or the lunge, we have a nice lengthened mobile muscle to get us deeper into that movement, right? The more range you have in the movement, the more muscle fibers you're going to be able to lengthen and tear, which gives you more fibers to be able to build back up. So for people that are looking to build, a nice big meaty ass, this is a really important part of it, right? It doesn't seem like it, mobility, but it is very much goes hand in hand with the strength and the hypertrophy training. So we're going to start off with a foam roller. So we're going to use the foam roller. We're going to get up here. Always use this arm or the arm of the opposite one or of the same side that you're using to kind of take some weight off at first. It can be a little bit tender for some people to get onto a roller. And we're just going to move through nice and slow. And we're going to find any sort of trigger points that are in this big part of the glute, all right? So when you do, you're just going to kind of rest on it. You can move laterally across it and just start to kind of break up some of the adhesions in the muscle here. Okay, once we've done this, we're going to move into something a little bit more invasive, something that'll get in deeper into the tissues. Like a softball works well. So again, place it on the glute. And yeah, you can definitely feel this one. It's quite tight. So we're just going to be really gentle here. If you go too hard when you're rolling, what can end up happening is you can create inflammation in the body, and it's going to be kind of counterproductive to what you're trying to accomplish. So I always was taught, anywhere from a 6 out of 10 in pain is tolerable, and you don't want to supersede that because it'll become a product of inflammation. So there you have it. So these are the two self-myofascial release techniques. A nice static stretch that you can use is going to be coming down, bringing your knee into your chest, and rotating over to the side. Okay, so this is going to open up the whole part of the glute here. You'll even get some glute min and max in here as well. My favorite strengthening exercise for the glutes, it's a very underrated exercise. A lot of people think squatting, lunging is one of the best glute building exercises. In my opinion, I feel like the hip thrust is one of the better exercises. So you can do this exercise either weighted or non-weighted. There is a proper way to do this, so I would recommend going with no weight until you learn the movement mechanics and then moving into loading with weight. So today I'm going to show you how to do it without weight. So what we're going to do is we're going to line our back up. Okay, so we're going to have our shoulder blades, just the edge of the shoulder blades on the bench here. Okay, so the feet are going to be directly under the knees. So we want to make a nice 90 degree with the knee straight down to the ankle. Okay, as we are moving through the movement, I want the head to come up, and as we move back in the movement, I want the head to come back. Okay, we don't want any hyperextension of the neck while we're doing this, so we're going to move the head with the body. If you are going to use weight, you would load a barbell right across here, put it right in the crease here, and one of the best ways to do that actually is you can have it on the floor and you can just lift it up, set it right here, bring the shoulders on, bring the weight up with you. You're going to have an underhand grip, and you'll just move through like this. Okay, so I'm going to go through the proper range. So what we're going to do is we're going to be down in this bottom end of the range. We come up, we push up. A lot of times we'll see people sag. This is a bit of a hip sag. There's still this extension that you can push through. You want to really contract the glutes through that last 1 to 2 inches of the range. It's very important. Okay? The other thing that you're not seeing that I'm doing, that I'm using my mind to connect, is I'm using the tripod of my foot. Okay? The tripod of your foot is your big toe, little toe, and your heel. because this is the beginning of the kinetic chain, right? Your foot or your hand, depending on what you're using, in this case your foot, you want to make sure you're getting even distribution of weight across that whole tripod, right? So that goes for when you're squatting, when you're lunging, when you're doing anything. You want to try to maintain big toe down, because usually people are going to rotate outside. They're going to go on the outer edge of their foot. And if you think about it, that's going to recruit the outer edge of the muscles, okay? If you want to get into your vastus medialis or your teardrop muscle, you're going to want to keep your big toe down, and you're going to want to have even distribution across your whole foot, okay? That's pretty important. That's a very important strategy that I learned about a year ago, and it's really made a game changer for my training. So there you go. That's my favorite strengthening exercise for glute max.